Good morning, students. Now coming to morphology of flowering plants, subtopic inflorescence and flower. Okay. The modified stem that bears a group of flowers, that is called peduncle. This is a peduncle. This peduncle is also represented by some amount of flowers. The mode of arrangement of flowers on the peduncle, that is called inflorescence. So inflorescence means the mode of arrangement of flowers. Generally, these inflorescences they are divided into two kinds. Okay, one is racemose inflorescence and cymose inflorescence. Racemose and cymose. Peduncle growth is continuous and indefinite in racemose inflorescence. Peduncle growth is indefinite. Flowers arrangement is acropetal arrangement. Flower arrangement is basipetal arrangement. Flower opening in condensed peduncles is a centripetal opening, but this is a centrifugal opening in a cymose inflorescence. Similarly, peduncle with branches is considered as compound type. Okay, peduncle without branches is considered as a simple type. Now these racemose inflorescences are divided into two types. Racemose inflorescences with pedicellate flowers. Okay, racemose with pedicellate. Racemose with pedicellate flowers. So racemose inflorescences with pedicellate flowers are divided into total 6 types. Okay, 1. Simple raceme. Peduncle is unbranched and many flowers are arranged in acropetal order. Example, crotalaria. Okay. And second one, compound raceme. Peduncle is branched and every branch resembles with a simple raceme. Example, mangifera and yucca. Here peduncle is branched. Every branch resembles with a simple raceme process. Now coming to the third one, simple corymb. Here, the example is Cassia auriculata. Okay. Here, peduncle is unbranched and many flowers are arranged in acropetal succession, but lower older flowers have longer pedicels and younger flowers have shorter pedicels. So that all the flowers they brought to the same height even though they are born in different locations on the peduncle. Example, crotalaria, Cassia auriculata and compound corymb. Example, cauliflower. Okay. Here peduncle is branched and every branch resembles with a simple corymb. Example, cauliflower and simple umbel. Example, allium cepa also contains scape. Unbranched peduncle is called scape. Peduncle is condensed into a disc and many flowers are attached to the same common point. And the bracts of all these flowers they form involucre. Involucre of bracts and scape are present in this simple umbel. Pedunculus unbranched. And compound umbel. Example, Apiaceae members like Dacus carota and also Coriander. Dacus carota and Coriander. It contains involucre of bracts and involucre of bracts. Both are present. Involucre of bracts are present at the basis of the flowers. Involucre of bracts, they are present at the basis of branches. Involucre of branches are present at the basis of flowers. Now coming to racemose inflorescences with sessile flowers. Okay, racemose inflorescences with sessile flowers. Again, they are divided into 6 types. 1. Simple spike. Example, this is Echiranthes. Okay, flowers are sessile flowers. Second one, compound spike. Example, Poaceae. Here, peduncle is branched. Third one, this is simple spadix. Simple spadix. Colocasia. So in this type of simple spadix, one of the bract it develops into the spathe. One of the bract it develops into the spathe. Unisexual flowers are there. Peduncle is fleshy. Male flowers present at the top and female flowers present at the base. And this is contain unisexual flowers. And compound spadix. Peduncle is branched. Example, Musa and Cocos nucifera. In case of Musa, leathery spathe is there, but in Cocos, hard, woody, boat-shaped spathe is there. Now coming to another point, simple head. This head inflorescence is generally present in. This is also called anthodium. This is called anthodium. Also called capitulum. Example, Asteraceae members. Okay, involucre of bracts are there. Peduncle is condensed into a disc. Many ray florets are present in central florets, present in peripheral margin. Many disc florets are present at the center. Ray florets are unisexual female flowers and zygomorphic. Disc florets are actinomorphic and bisexual flowers. Okay, example, Asteraceae members like Pridex and sunflower. And the next one is compound head. Example, Echinops. Here peduncle is branched and every peduncle is branched and every branch terminates with a simple head. They are racemose inflorescences. Now coming to cymose inflorescences. So these cymose inflorescences are also divided into 5 types. One is solitary inflorescence. Solitary terminal in Datura and solitary axillary in hibiscus. Peduncle growth is stopped by one flower and does not produce branches. One flowered inflorescences, simplest inflorescence. One flowered simplest inflorescence, solitary. And second one, simple cymune. Peduncle growth is stopped by one flower and one generation of 2 branches are formed and terminates into flowers. No further generation of plants. Every inflorescence consists of only 3 flowers. This is one flowered inflorescence, this is 3 flowered inflorescence. Example, jasmine and bougainvillea. Jasmine and bougainvillea. Okay. Now coming to monocacial cyme. Monocacial cyme. Only one branch is formed at each time. Monocacial scarpioid. Example, solanum. And monocacial helicoid. Example, Camellia. So monocacial cyme means this type of inflorescence it produces only one branch at a time. In each generation, only one branch that terminates into the flowers. These branches may be produced on the same side, only in one side. That is called helicoid. Example, Camellia. When these branches are formed left and right alternatively, that is called scarpioid. Example, solanum. Monocacial cyme. Now coming to fourth one, dicacial cyme. Here two branches are here, one branch is formed at a time. Here two branches are formed at a time. Example, Ipomea. Sweet potato, Ipomea. Now coming to the next one, polycacial cyme. Okay, many branches are formed. Example, Neem. And all these cymous inflorescences. Now coming to special inflorescences. Okay, there are total three types of special inflorescences. One is verticellaster. Second one, cyathium. Third one, this is hypanthodium. There are total three types of special inflorescences. One is verticellaster. This verticellaster is present in family Lamiaceae. Example, Leucas and Leonotis. So here every node is represented by two opposite leaves. First they produce two dicacial cymes in the axils of opposite leaves. Later the branches are formed in monocacial scarpioid manner. So this is it starts with a bipress manner and it ends with monopress manner. And there are total two dicacial cymes and four monocacial cymes. Flowers are bisexual. Now second one, cyathium is generally present in family Euphorbiaceae. Example, Poinsettia and Euphorbia. So this inflorescence is represented by deep cup-like involucre of bracts with external nectaries. Inside the carp, there is a single female flower, tricarpal or syncarpus pistil. Encircling this female flower, many male flowers are there. Every male flower is represented by only one stamen. Male flowers are arranged in monocacial scarpioid manner. And all the flowers are achlamydious, no perianth. And flower opening is a centrifugal manner. Now coming to the third one, hypanthodium. Present in family Moraceae. Example, ficus, fig tree. So here in this peduncle, fleshy peduncle, it forms a deep cup-like structure. It is represented by a solo hole structure. Male flowers present at the top, female flowers present at the base. Between the male and female flowers, there are some undeveloped sterile female flowers called gall flowers. There are total three types of flowers. Gall flowers also contain some amount of, in between the gall flowers, there are some insects called blastophaga. They help in symbiotic cross pollination. Okay, it is represented by one type of flowers, bisexual flowers. It is represented by male flowers and female flower. It is also represented by male flowers, female flowers and gall flowers. Male and female gall flowers. Total three types of flowers are there. Example, Leonotis leucas, Poinsettia euphorbia, ficus and or also mollusc members like ficus. Now coming to flower. So flower is modified stem and it maintains sexual reproduction. This is the sexual unit. Flower is also represented by total 4 modified. Flower, stalk of the flower is called pedicel. Condensed tip of the pedicel is called thalamus. Thalamus is represented by total 4 types of modified leaves. Non-essential leaves like calyx and corolla, and essential floral leaves like androecium and gynoecium. Androecium is male sexual organ, gynoecium is female sexual organ. Flower with the total 4 types of modified leaves is called complete. Absence of any one of these floral leaves is called incomplete. And flower with only one essential organ with the androecium. Only with androecium, this is called male flower. Only with gynoecium, this is called female flower. So, male and female flowers may be present in unisexual flowers. So, depending upon the symmetry, flowers are divided into 3 types. One is actinomorphic. This flower can be divided into 2 equal halves passing through the thalamus in any vertical direction. That is called actinomorphic. Example, one is datura and hibiscus and also China rose. Hibiscus means China rose and chili and mustard. Okay, but some flowers are zygomorphic flowers. These flowers can be divided into 2 equal halves in only one direction passing through the thalamus. Pea, bean and cassia and gulmohar. But some flowers cannot be divided into 2 equal halves in any direction passing through the thalamus. That is called asymmetric flower, Canna indica. Similarly, the number of floral leaves present at each floral is considered as numerosity. Based on the numerosity, flowers are divided into 3 types. One is pentamerous, hibiscus and datura. Okay. Floral leaves are 5 or multiples of 5. Third one, tetramerous. Example, this is brassica, 4 and multiples of 4, and trimerous. Generally, this is present in monopods, Allium cepa. Floral leaves in each and every floral leaf consists of 3 or multiples of 3. Similarly, flowers may be hypogynous. Here, peduncle is here. Gynoecium is present at the top of thalamus. Remaining floral parts developed from the base of gynoecium. So, ovary is superior. And here, examples hibiscus and datura and mustard. And perigynous. Perigynous means thalamus is saucer-shaped and centrally located gynoecium there. Remaining floral parts are developed from the margin of the thalamus, almost at the middle of the ovary. Half inferior and half superior. Example, peach, plum, rose. And some flowers are epigynous. Here, thalamus is deep cup shaped with centrally located gynoecium and remaining floral parts are developed from the margin above the ovary. So, ovary is inferior. Example, cucumber and guava. Okay. Similarly, corolla. So, this calyx, first coming to calyx. The outermost whorl of the thalamus is called calyx and is represented by some sepals. These sepals may be united, gamosepalous, may be free, polysepalous. These sepals fall off from the flower after fertilization, but in some members like solanaceous members like datura and chili and also brinjal these sepals are remain persistent sepals. But corolla, so this is the second corolla of the thalamus and it is represented by some amount of petals. Some amount of petals represented by different colors to attract the insects for their cross-pollination purpose. These petals may be free, polypetalous, may be united, gamopetalous. Petals are funnel shaped in Datura, tubular in disc florets of Asteraceae members, and bell or wheel shaped or bilipid in case of Osmium. So corolla is a different shaped corolla is there. Now coming to aestivation. Okay, the arrangement of this perianthulose when the flower is present in bud condition, that is called aestivation. This aestivation is of four types. One is valvate aestivation. All the perianthulose are arranged very near to each other, just may touch to each other without overlapping. Example, Calotropis. And twisted. Second one is twisted. All perianthulose are overlaps to each other. Okay. Examples: cotton and China rose, cotton and hibiscus, and also lady's finger. At the same time, imbricates. So here perianthulose are overlapped, but overlapping does not occur in a definite order. Best example, this is cassia. Okay, and other one is vexillary. Generally, this vexillary aestivation is present in Fabaceae members, pea, bean, and groundnut, etc. Here, standard petal present completely in posterior side. It is also overlaps another two petals called wings, and wings also overlap two keel petals, and these two keel petals they also protect the essential organs of the flower. Papilionaceous arrangement of corolla. Imbricate aestivation is present in papilionaceous arrangement of corolla present in leguminous plants. Okay.